Hi, welcome on to Arsenal Fan TV. Listen, we're doing the Mondo Goals Football Fantasy League again this year. That's the league where you get to do your fantasy team week in, week out, and it's brilliant. But with a difference this year. We're facing off against Redmen TV, them lot from Liverpool, and also Ball Street, and I do not want to lose a game. The losers will have to do a forfeit, and I don't want to end up doing no forfeits, all right? Because these guys, they come up with some crazy forfeits. So please, I don't want to end up doing any forfeits. You also get a chance to play the game as well, and I'll give you more details of that later on in the video. But it's the Mondo Goals Challenge. So let's get right into it. I'm going to pick my starting 11. In goal, could only be one person. Wojciech Szczesny. No. Petr Cech in goal for Arsenal. It doesn't get more solid than that. We've got the best goalkeeper in the league at Arsenal. He's in goal. Simple. Now, I've gone for a back three this week, right? Seamus Coleman, got him for a decent price, 6.8 million. I really rate this kid. Good player at Everton. In the middle, got to keep it solid. He cost me a lot of money. I've got John Terry. It's really hard to say that. But as much as I hate him, he's a top defender. And then I've also got Ryan Bertrand, a player that I really rate at Southampton, underrated player, only cost me 6.6 million. Bertrand there. Now we go to the midfield. Got 4 across the midfield, but kind of I'll have in that sort of holding role will be Francis Coquelin. Coquelin, of course, you know, every Arsenal fan knows about him. Proper player. I've had to sort of juggle things a bit to save some money, so I've gone for Moussa Sissoko from Newcastle, who I think is a class player. You know what? At one stage, we were even going to have him at Arsenal, and he's a proper player. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who to me, he's going to have a breakout season this year. You saw the goal that he scored against Chelsea in the Community Shield. Oxlade-Chamberlain's in my team. A bargain at 8.4 million. Who calculates this stuff? End of the season, he's going to be up in the 17, 18 mils. Trust me. And I've gone for Philip Coutinho, and he's in at 11.7 million. You see what I mean, though? How can Coutinho be worth that much more money than Oxlade-Chamberlain? But anyway, I ain't complaining because it's meant that I've got the Ox in it. And by the way, I can only put 3 Arsenal players in my team. That's a max. You can only go for 3 of each team. Or, you know, I would have had more in there. Ozil would have been in there, etc., etc. Maybe next week. Right, my front 3. I had to put in one player that, you know, I was a bit unsure about. I was a bit torn. I put Loic Remy in there because he's only costing me 8 million. He'll probably start because Costa's, you know, his legs are still a bit dodgy. Falcao, I don't think they'll throw him in at first. Loic Remy, and they'll create a lot of chances for him at Chelsea. So I fancy him and get some goals this week. So Loic Remy's in my front 3. Sergio Aguero, to me, best striker in the league. And Raheem Sterling, only 10.5 million. That can't be right, the amount of money he's always after. But Raheem Sterling, I rate Sterling. No matter what people say, what all Liverpool fans, all them on Redmen TV are going to say, not having Sterling in my team. He's in my team. Because you know what? I know Sterling is a quality player. All right, all the shenanigans that went on around his move and that, but he's a quality player. And in a team like City, he's going to score goals and he's going to create chances. So Raheem Sterling. So to me, that's an awesome team. Who's going to test that? Cech in goal, Coleman, Terry, Bertrand, Coquelin, Sissoko, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Coutinho, Loic Remy, Aguero, Sterling up front. That is a serious team. Right, so you know what? In this envelope, it's got Redmen TV's team and Ball Street's team. And I know already it ain't going to be as good as my team, but let's see what they're up to because I don't want to end up doing a forfeit. But anyway, let's see what Ball Street have come up with. Hey, that ain't bad, actually. All right, what they got? Fraser Forster in goal, not as good as Petr Cech. John Terry, all right, I had Terry. Scott Dan. You're having a laugh, mate. Scott Dan. Jose Font, yeah, he's a good player. I rate him. Right, they've got Hazard in there. That's where they spent a lot of their dough, 17.6 million. Hopefully he has a game like he did against Arsenal. Tadic, Good player, yeah. Sinclair, that's an interesting one. That's not a bad shout actually. 6.6 million, that's not bad. I'll be honest with you. Oxlade-Chamberlain, they know what they're doing, these boys. They know what they're doing. And then up front, Giroud, all right, 8.8 million, that's good. Rooney, 11.5, and Benteke. That ain't bad. I must admit that. It's not as good as my team, because look at my front three. Loic Remy, Sergio Aguero, Sterling. Giroud, Rooney, actually that ain't bad. That ain't bad, I'll give him that. That ain't bad. Right, can I change my team? No, actually, that ain't bad. Right, let's go Redmen TV now. What they got? Tim Krul in goal. Nah, I better check, come on. Jose Font, they've gone, looks like it's like the sort of default this week, isn't it? Jose Font. Martin Kelly. Is it Martin Kelly? Kelly from Crystal Palace? Nah, I ain't having that. And Gary Cahill, 6.5 million. So that back four to me will leak goals, man. Surprised that, where's the Liverpool players? No Liverpool players in the back four. Where's the Liverpool players in the back four? Right, Oxlade-Chamberlain. They're all loving Chamberlain now. As they saw that goal he scored. They know he's a player. Jordan Ibe, they've got a Liverpool player in there. Not a bad shout, 7 million. Eden Hazard, they've gone. And David Silva. All right, so they spent a bit of money there. Up front, Loic Remy, which I went for, so yeah. Harry Kane. Listen, don't they know the guy's a one-season wonder? And I'll tell you what, right? I'm going to be doing this thing every week, and there ain't going to be no Tottenham players in my team. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you from now. No Tottenham players, and Kane's going to flop this season anyway. Actually, I said that last year, and he did all right. And Alexis Sanchez. Hold on, Alexis Sanchez won't even play this week. What are they doing? What? They're already going to do the forfeit. Alexis Sanchez will not be playing this week. Typical Liverpool. It's just like their manager. They've not studied things that have gone on. They're not looking at things properly, and they've gone for Alexis Sanchez. So, you know what? I'm not worried about this team. I'm just surprised that they've only got one Liverpool player in the team. What does that tell you? How comes they ain't got... These guys had Ball Street, they had Benteke. How comes they ain't got Benteke in their team? You know, that's a real surprise. Now, I'm not scared of Redmen's. Ball Street's team, I must admit, that is a pretty decent team. So what are you guys saying? I mean, you've seen the teams, you've seen my team. You can enter your team as well. There's 2 leagues you can enter. There's the Forfeit League, and there's also the Paid League. More details of that, go to mondogoals.com and you can find out everything you need to know right there. But I am confident that I'm taking it this week.